Welcome to FreightWaves NOW, Tuesday edition style. I'm Chad Prevost.
And I'm Emily Zink. Carriers and brokers, we are talking to you. You'll want to listen up. First, we start with Donnie Gilbert.
Donnie Gilbert here. Today we're going to be talking about dry-van tender rejection rates. We've just gotten past the 4th of July, and a lot of people have been asking some questions. We're going to start with volumes actually first. Whenever outbound volumes drop, does that mean that your outbound tender rejections are going to drop as well?
Well, yes, don't they?
No, they do not, Chad.
Oh, wow.
And so,
well, I like these primary colors you pulled up here on the sonar chart.
you should never grade a market on just one index. You always need to look at multiple indices.
Well, let's talk about the indices that you have pulled up. What do we have?
I brought up Shreveport, Louisiana.
Okay.
And the reason is just after the 4th of July,
Yeah.
we have here our outbound tender volumes in yellow, our inbound tender volumes in red,
Okay.
and in blue I have our dry-van tender rejection rates.
So outbound in yellow, inbound in red, both I see going down.
Yeah, right here before the 4th of July, you see it kind of peak out. And as we passed the holiday, we had a 30% drop in outbound volumes. And that led a lot of people to believe, hey, does this mean our tender rejection rates, our rates, are they all going to start dropping?
And rates are going up.
They are, and that's because you always have to look at other indices like the inbound. The inbound dropped 35%. It dropped a whole lot more than the outbound drop.
How much percentage points did the outbound drop?
The outbound dropped 30%.
So 30 against 35.
Yeah, so capacity continues to tighten a little bit. And as your capacity tightens, it restricts the truck flows that are in that market. And therefore, our tender rejection rates continue to rise throughout and past the 4th of July.
So it is a classic supply and demand situation.
It is. So whenever you're looking at a market, brokers always have to realize, look at all the indices. Do not grade a market on just one index. You'll miss out on where the action is.
Hey, Kyle Cunningham back again. Let's talk about Texas and let's talk about the refrigerated markets up in the Pacific Northwest. Now looking at Dallas, it's a quite volatile market, generally a head haul market, but let's go ahead and let's take a look at the Blue Mountain here. This is your outbound rejections for the Dallas market. Now we're talking about all different types of trailers rolling out of Dallas. You can see over the last few weeks this Blue Mountain here been pretty volatile. Lots of up and downs, finally looking like it's coming back down. Outbound rejections today at 4.3%. Looking like we got a long way down, but possibly a little way up. Now you can see here this white line, your outbound tender volume, and this yellow line here, your inbound tender volume. Dallas remaining a head haul market. But if we come over here and we take a look at the trends, look at what this white line does in comparison to the Blue Mountain. The outbound volume here rising up, basically making an inverse of the outbound rejection. So if we take a look at that and roll over here, we've got the white line trending up again, the Blue Mountain outbound rejections trending down. What's that mean? Take a look at Dallas. If you got freight there, make sure you get a load and get on the road. Let's move over to the Pacific Northwest. Now we're going to talk about if you got a frozen trailer running out west, you should be doing pretty good. But if you're not, let's take a look at where to go. We got the Blue Mountain here, 14.63%. Looking at Portland, reefer rejections, talking about 108% rise overnight. If you got a frozen trailer in Portland, turn that reefer on and get rolling. If you're struggling at 7.8% on the white line, outbound rejections to Seattle, let's talk about getting either up over to Pendleton, a little bit to the east side, or a little bit to the south side. In Pendleton, 42.9% reefer rejections. Get those wheels rolling and get on the road. Until next time, be safe out there.
We were all over the country today, from Shreveport to Portland, Oregon. Make sure you share the love with us.
Share the love everywhere that we can be found on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and of course FreightWaves.com and the YouTube channel you're watching right now. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon. In the meantime, don't worry. Be happy.